The Citadel is the latest Russo's brothers creation, costing close to an unholy amount of $300 million, making it the second most expensive TV show on Amazon behind only The Rings of Power. What has got Amazon so invested in this product? They had already planned on making 3 seasons before the first one was even released, and they are betting on this spy drama being a tentpole for the streaming service. We have Russo brothers, $300 million, a spy drama about betrayal, secret organizations, a spy love story, life and death, and the very future of the planet at stake. Sounds like a winning formula. If someone had told me a few years ago that the creators of The Winter Soldier were going to make an international spy action drama, I would have been all in. But the Russo brothers seem to have stumbled a bit since Marvel with recreating that same magic. With the last films that they were heavily involved in, including Extraction, Cherry, and The Gray Man, they do seem to have an interest in making spy action films. And while there is enjoyment to be had in these films, they are not nearly on the level that some of their Marvel projects were, and it has not got any better with the Citadel. Without too many spoilers, Citadel is about a global spy organization called Citadel that has shaped the world for the better, playing a role in key events to stop disasters and fight against international crime and bad actors. Their 2 lead spies are a smooth-talking man, Mason Kane, and his fellow spy and love interest, Nadia. Mason is the hothead, and Nadia is the more strategic and focused one of the group. After an unknown individual betrays the Citadel to the powerful crime syndicate Manticore, Citadel is strategically destroyed. The best agents, including our 2 starring characters, have their minds wiped to protect Citadel secrets. Almost a decade later, with the help of their old Citadel friend Bernard, they are both thrown back into the world of spies in order to go up against Manticore and learn that perhaps their own past and the history of Citadel might not be as squeaky clean as they were once believed to be, and they must doubt everything that they think to be true and try to find out who was the person that betrayed Citadel in the first place. On paper, it has everything you would think an international spy story would have, and seems to have the right people involved. But Citadel is the literal definition of generic. The characters are a bit one-noted, and the dialogue does come across a bit basic. Whether it's James Bond, The Bourne Identity, Mission Impossible, or even Captain America Winter Soldier, aspects of all of these movies show up in this show one way or another, formulaically hitting every spy cliche that you could possibly think of, making it a very average, somewhat predictable spy thriller that does have some levels of enjoyment to it, but you can easily find films or shows that have done it better. So what happened? Why isn't this the hit show that Amazon was hoping for? Well, there does seem to have been behind the scenes problems during the making of this TV show. The show was filmed to be 8-hour-long episodes, but the final project is 6 40-minute episodes. I can only imagine how horrifying that extra footage must have been to just cut it off like extra fat. Furthermore, the showrunner of the show was replaced partway into the project, and according to president and co-founder of AGBO Studio, Mike LaRocco, the audience feedback had made it clear that some changes needed to be made, with more character work needing to draw people into the show. I don't fault any of the actors or actresses for any of this. They all gave a good performance for what they were working with. But it does seem that a lot was left on the cutting floor, and a lot of time and money wasted filming scenes that would never make it into the final project. I also found myself asking, why doesn't this show look like a $300 million show? The CGI is awful, the set's mid-tier at best, and the action is just decent. Whenever you have bad-looking special effects in a high-budget show or movie, it is usually a giveaway of massive reshoots. If you add together all of the reshoots, as well as the cut footage from when the TV show was brought from 10 episodes down to 6 episodes, I'm sure that you find the missing money that would have been used for better CGI and special effects. To reiterate, there is some enjoyment in this TV show, but nothing much to keep you intrigued or deeply interested. If I could sum this show up, it's an average cliche spy film that wants us to think think there is more going on than there actually is. For example, just like the upside down and rotating shots that they do over and over again in this TV show, it's just a trick to make it feel like there's more going on in the shot than there actually is. This show just masquerading as more than something that is just average. But those are my thoughts. Please give me yours and have a wonderful day.